In life, we often feel pulled in two directions. One side tells us to chase after success, money, or pleasure. The other side says we should give up everything and live without comfort. But the Buddha taught a different way, something more peaceful and wise. This is the middle path. The middle path is not about being in the exact center between two things. It is not like standing in the middle of a road and doing nothing. Instead, it means avoiding the extremes that bring suffering. It means living in a way that is simple, kind, and thoughtful. The Buddha himself lived this truth. Before he became enlightened, he lived in a palace with every kind of luxury. Then he left it all behind and became a monk, eating very little and sleeping outside. But neither extreme gave him peace. Only when he chose a balanced way did he find true understanding. The middle path teaches us to see clearly. Many times, our emotions take us to one side or the other. We might want too much, or we might try to run away from everything. But both ways can hurt us. When we follow the middle path, we start to notice how we react. We begin to choose more wisely, with calm and care. This path is gentle. It does not push. It does not shout. It helps us walk through life step by step, without rushing, without falling. It is strong but quiet. Some people think being balanced is boring. But in truth, balance is full of life. It gives us space to breathe and to think. To walk the middle path is to live with care. It is to listen before speaking. It is to enjoy things without needing more and more. It is to accept change without fear or anger. This path helps us find peace not in some faraway place, but right here, in the life we already have. The middle path is not just an idea for monks or people who live in temples. It is something we can use every day, in simple ways. When we wake up, when we speak with others, when we make choices, we can walk this path. It is not about being perfect. It is about being aware and balanced, even in small moments. For example, think about how we use our time. Some people work too much, always chasing goals. Others avoid work, hoping problems will go away. But the middle path helps us ask, how much is enough? Can we do our best, but still rest when we need to? Can we care for others, but also take care of ourselves? These are small but important questions. In relationships, the middle path means not holding on too tightly and not pushing people away. Sometimes we want others to act the way we like. Sometimes we feel hurt and want to ignore them. But both of these can lead to pain. Instead, the middle path helps us be more gentle with others and with ourselves. We can love without trying to control. We can speak honestly without being unkind. This way of living is not always easy. In modern life, everything moves fast. We are told to have more, do more, be more. But the middle path invites us to pause, to check in with our hearts, to ask, is this choice kind? Is it helpful? Is it wise? Even simple decisions, what to eat, how to spend money, when to speak, can be part of this path. We don't need to give up everything, but we also don't need to say yes to every desire. A cup of tea, enjoyed slowly. A short walk outside. A quiet moment with a friend. These are also part of the middle path. Living this way brings a quiet strength. We don't always get what we want, but we can respond with balance, not anger. We don't always know the answer, but we can choose not to rush. In daily life, this kind of peace is powerful. The world today is full of noise. We hear loud opinions, fast news, and endless advice. Many people feel tired, confused, or lost. In this busy world, the middle path becomes even more important. It is not about escaping. It is about standing quietly, with strength, in the middle of it all. Balance does not mean we never feel stress. It means we learn how to return to center, again and again, When something upsets us, we do not have to react right away. We can pause, we can breathe. We can choose a response that does not hurt ourselves or others. This is not weakness. This is deep strength. Sometimes people may try to push us in one direction. They may say, "You must always win," or "You should always give up." But we do not need to follow every voice. We can listen, but choose for ourselves. The middle path helps us stay steady, even when the world shakes. This path also means being patient with ourselves. We all make mistakes. We all feel strong emotions. The middle path does not say, "Don't feel." It says, "Feel, but don't be trapped." If we are sad, we notice it. If we are angry, we notice it. But we do not need to become those emotions. We can let them pass, like clouds in the sky. When we live with balance, we begin to notice small joys. A kind word, a quiet evening, a soft breeze. These are not big things, but they touch the heart. The middle path helps us see what is already good, instead of always looking for more. Over time, this way of living becomes natural. We stop trying to prove something. We stop needing to be right all the time. We learn to walk through life with calm steps. Not too fast, not too slow, just enough. And in this way, the middle path becomes not just a teaching, but a way of being. It supports us when life is easy and when life is hard. It gives us a quiet strength, not loud or proud, but steady and real. In a noisy world, that kind of peace is a rare and beautiful thing. If you have watched until now, thank you for sharing this quiet time with me. In a world that moves so fast, taking a moment to reflect is something rare. I hope these thoughts on the middle path have brought a small sense of calm or clarity to your day. Balance is not something we achieve once and then forget. It is something we return to, again and again. Each morning, each evening, we have a chance to begin again. We don't need to be perfect. We only need to be honest, gentle, and steady. That is enough. It brings me deep gratitude to know that people across the world are interested in this simple way of living. Buddhism is not only for one country or one group. Its wisdom is like water, clear, quiet, and meant for all. To everyone who has liked this video, subscribed to the channel, written kind comments, or shared a super thanks, please know how much it is appreciated. These actions may seem small, but they help support this space. They allow these teachings to continue and reach others who may also be looking for peace in their lives. If you have found something meaningful here, I'm truly glad. And if you feel like returning in the future, this place will be here. Calm, steady, and open. May your days be filled with balance, even when things are not easy. May you walk with quiet strength, even in the noise. And may the middle path guide you, not with force, but with peace. Thank you for being here.